Warning, sarcastic commentary, spontaneous references, and random theories ahead. Watch at your own risk.
Hello everybody, this is Discombobulate Gamer, and welcome back to Fatal 12, Part 5. Well, if you missed the last few parts, you might want to go back and rewatch them. They have been very interesting, to say the least. If you're new, I'll try to bring you up to speed as much as I can. We are playing as Rinka. I almost for a minute forgot her name. Rinka, who is I believe she's a teenage girl. I mean, I know she's a girl, but I believe she's a teenager. I don't think, if they said it was early on, she's this girl, she lives with her grandmother, and she got on a subway with her friend Naomi, and she found a bomb, and she saved Naomi's life, but she died in the process. And so because of that, the goddess of fate, who apparently, she looks like a little kid, apparently she does this thing where she likes to basically play the Hunger Games with dead people, but with card games. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole ton of sense, but it's really a cool concept. Anyways, we are one of 12 participants in this divine selection, I believe is what it's called, where we get to basically kill people or make people cease to exist for a chance to continue to live. So, we've already lost one of the competitors who we really didn't get a chance to know very well, but how you do this is you collect information on your competitors, and then it turns into a convoluted card game where you see whether or not you beat the other person. To complicate matters, we have a friend who is also in Divine Selection, named Miharu. Miharu has a huge crush on Rinka. Well, okay, let me clarify. We think that Miharu has a crush on Rinka, but now that we've found out that the way to beat other people at this game is by collecting information on them, she may not have had a crush on us. She may have just been trying to get information. Who knows? It doesn't appear that Rinka has feelings back for Miharu other than friendship, but I don't know. We'll get into it. We'll see. And I think, so yeah, I don't know what I think at this point. It's going to be interesting. So where we are now is we just had like this vision dream thing where we got all of the rules explained to us, and we saw like one person basically disappear. But this will be interesting. Okay, jumping into it. The most accurate way to describe how I felt when I woke up this morning would probably be melancholic. Granted, I'm not sure I even slept in the first place. But what I am sure of is that certain things I've forgotten have come back to me. Wednesday, May 2nd, Naomi and I were on our way back to Lion House from school. We were trapped in a fire on the train at that time. That explained why fire is listed as my cause of death. It was no dream. It was reality. The fact that I couldn't stop shaking after remembering it lent credence to its veracity. Even if my mind had forgotten, my body certainly hadn't. The fire broke out so fast that I barely had time to react, although I remember a feeling of relief, at least knowing that Naomi was safe. As for how the fire happened, I'm not entirely sure. My body starts to quiver and I get headaches whenever I try to think back. Spoiler alert, it was a bomb. However, I do recall a very specific bag and the keychain attached to it for some reason, because it was a bomb. It turns out that I did indeed meet Parka after my death, too. Like she said last night, I had already heard her explanation once before. There's no doubt it happened in that odd dream world, too. I guess I've got no choice for the time being but to believe last night's dream and piece my memories together. I forget sometimes that there are amazing voice actors in this game. Much as I'd like to be able to, this is the best I can manage for now. Even if I accept that it wasn't just a dream, there's still way too much I don't understand. I couldn't find a single noteworthy incident when I checked the internet for any info about railway incidents on that date, either. In other words, the fire that killed me never happened once I became a participant in Divine Selection. That's the only explanation. That odd book's perched up on my bookshelf, like always. I wonder if this one and the one that appeared in the Court of Fate are the same book. If so, that'd mean it makes its way between here and the dream world on its own. Fair enough. Still 4 cards in the book, too. Wait, 4? That can't be right. Parker mentioned that we'd automatically obtain cards when we learned some accurate information. Something about giving thoughts a tangible form. The card detailing my cause of death isn't here for some reason. That's not all. Miharu turned out to be a participant as well, so she should have her own set of cards. I figured I would at least have the card with her full name since I know it, but I don't. Perhaps we don't know her full name. Very possible. That isn't the main issue regarding her, though. I've been trying to keep myself from thinking about it, but it's about time I face reality. Only one of us can make it through divine selection. Yep. That being said, I'd like to talk to her first. There's the tiniest chance that this might have just been my imagination going wild. I eventually abandon my train of thought and get ready to go to school. I make toast for breakfast, but end up shoving it in the fridge because I can't summon the will to eat anything. Well, I mean, technically you can't die, so, I mean, you don't have to eat. Mao's already in the classroom by the time I arrive. Ameka? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I apologize to all of you lovely viewers who speak Japanese. I do not, and I don't know how to pronounce these words, but I'm going to do my best. Ameka? I'm going to say Amecha. Ameka? I don't know. Ameka Girls University High School, otherwise known as Ameka High. An apparently traditional school with facilities from kindergarten right up to college. It's co-ed through middle school, but at the high school level, all the boys have to go elsewhere. People seem to have this image of it being one of those stereotypical all-girls Christian establishments, but it's not much different from the typical top-tier school. Oops, I didn't mean to skip through it. Sorry. Sorry, Mao. I can't motivate myself to give a cheerful reply. What I saw last night refuses to leave my mind. Accepting the fact that I should be dead is proving to be a bit tricky. Mao is adorable. Talking to Mao helps to cheer me up a bit. If it turns out that last night wasn't just my imagination, then I really don't know what to do about it. I'm better off just living life like usual. That's debatable. Until I get the chance to speak with Miharu, at least. I can agree with that. Ironically enough, Miharu hasn't arrived by the time classes begin. Is it ironic? If this is really reality, is it ironic that she isn't here? In fact, she doesn't come to school at all. And why does this surprise you? I've sent her a message, but it is listed as being unread. This, following what's happened last night, causes me to panic. Fortunately, Mao has some calming news for me. Okay. Does that surprise you, Rinka? Given everything that's going on in this situation, Rinka, why does that surprise you? Make an expression that screams, "You're so full of it," in response. She tries to avoid eye contact, but eventually gives in when I refuse to stop staring at her. I can't help but repeat part of her question back at her. Don't tell me that Miharu's told her everything. Oh dear. A wave of relief washes over me when I hear that. She's only talking about the amusement park. Only the amusement park. In that case, I can't think of anything in particular. Mao seems legitimately concerned, though. Yeah, I mean, you don't think, I don't know, something about her being dead could have something to do with it? Really, Rinka? I enjoy, commenting back. And I feel bad, I don't have a good... I really struggle with trying to judge when the Japanese is going to be done talking and when they're continuing. They have these long pauses sometimes, and so I don't know if that means that they're done talking or whether they're just getting ready to talk some more. She wastes no time in reverting to feigned ignorance. Yeah, because everybody but Rinka knows that Miharu apparently had a crush on Rinka, but as I said before, it may just be that she was trying to gather information. And here I was ready for something heavy, considering how rare it is to see Mao looking so serious. Oh dear. Awkward teenage. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm out of the awkward teenage years. I'm glad about that. I don't miss that part of my life. Mao ignores me and trots right out of the classroom. She's not in any of the clubs, so it's common for her to head straight home after school. In fact, she rarely stops by Lion House either, and I always get brushed off whenever I ask what she's been up to. Are we talking about Miharu, or were we talking about Mao? It's unclear. They're both a she. What's on her mind exactly? Really, you don't know what's on her mind? Thinking back to yesterday, she did look like she wanted to say something when we were alone. Considering the dream that followed, the two might be related. Which reminds me, Mao mentioned that Miharu would be going to work. I get what she's saying now. She really does care for her friends. I find it hard to keep my concerns about where she works at bay. I know the name of the place and where it is, but it's kind of hard to stroll in there. I mean, it's a restaurant by definition, but it's a bit different from your standard fare. I'd be fine if Mao tagged along, but chances are she won't want to. After giving it some thought, I grab my phone and fire off a message. Poor Naomi. Miharu's workplace is a Maid cafe located in Akihabara. Oh dear. It's a small, privately run establishment, so the staff just has to wear maid outfits, meaning none of the usual business you see from bigger outlets, but it still takes some courage to stroll in. There's no way I could have done it on my own, which is why I brought Naomi along as my sacrifice of sorts. Oh dear. Oh dear. Unsurprisingly, all of the customers are guys, which helps us to feel especially out of place. Yeah, this was a great plan, Rinka. Good plan. Oh dear. I feel bad for Miharu. This is bad. Miharu sounds beyond exhausted as she drops off my coffee. Yeah, like I totally believe this. Oh dear. I don't know that I'm sorry, Miharu, I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I don't know that I believe you. With that, she places Naomi's warm and fluffy cocoa in front of her. But she misses the coaster a little bit, which leads to her inadvertently slamming it down on the table. Naturally, this surprises some of the other customers, causing many of their gazes to turn our way. Miharu turns to Naomi and delivers a polite bow. Naomi looks terrified, despite being on the receiving end of an apology. Yeah.
話があるなら仕事の後にライオン館へ寄るよ。凛花が良ければだけれどね。
Yeah, we're good with that. Let's leave now, please.
それで大丈夫。なんかごめん。
Yeah, let's leave.
でもさ、初めて見たけど似合ってる。メイド服。元が可愛いからかな。
This
すご
is
く目立ってるし。
this is uncomfortable.
似合ってる。可愛い。照れるな。まさか凛花からそんなことを言ってもらえるなんて。
I mean, okay, so it does appear that Miharu does indeed have a crush on Rinka, regardless of divine selection or not. And I just gotta say, Miharu's outfit, like, not outfit, I'm not a big fan of the maid outfits, honestly, for a lot of different reasons. But I love her hair. Her hair is gorgeous. Her face is bright red as she says that. A very uncommon occurrence. Rinka's stupid. You'd imagine she's used to customers complimenting her, but I guess it's different when it's a classmate.
愛嬌を振りまいていれば高い時給をもらえるから選んだけれど、それだけでもこのバイトをしてよかったというものだよ。
Okay.
そんなこと言って。
Poor Naomi. Right when Naomi says that, the other customers burst out in laughter.
ご覧の通り、僕はもともとこういう営業の仕方をしているからね。問題
Oops, I didn't mean to cut you off, Miharu.
あるらしいね。
No, yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. As much as I can appreciate how these places have unique work environments, I still don't really like being in one. You and me both, Rinka.
じゃあ、ゆっくりするといい。
She gives us her perfectly rehearsed work smile before moving on. Poor Naomi.
私も同じことを思ってる。可愛い服目当てで女子のお客さんもいるのかと思ったけど、全然だね。
Yeah, Rinka, most people aren't here necessarily for the cute outfits. I mean...
そうじゃなくて。
Ignoring Naomi's stuttering, I make an effort to start on my coffee. We finish up our drinks in a hurry and leave just as quickly. We get on the same train back as well, but have to split up at Shinjuku Station, my stop. Once it hits 9 p.m., I start preparations to close up shop. I opened up pretty late today, so there weren't many customers. We used to get lots of people coming along for lunch when my gran ran the store, but I can't make much. It's no surprise that they'd stop coming. Even so, the fact that some people still come by because they enjoy being able to relax and chat here makes me happy. It's worth mentioning that my gran handles all business and financial decisions for Lionhouse, even while in the countryside. I put in the orders and such myself, but that's all based on her instructions after seeing each daily report. This is made possible thanks to the laptop she took with her. She's actually more tech literate than I am, despite her age. Around the time I finish cleaning up the store, someone makes their way through the door. Hearing the little bell jingle, I look over to see who it is.
Yeah, Rinka.
Yes, Miharu! Let's talk. It's Miharu, who's changed back into her school uniform. Just remembering her in that maid outfit nearly causes an involuntary grin. I don't mean that in a bad way. It looked a lot better on her than I imagined, although I bet most things do, considering she's tall and stylish. In the end, it's her work outfit, so it'd be kind of rude of me to laugh.
お疲れ様。バイト長引いた？すまないね。引き継ぎ予定だった子がドタキャンしてしまったから長引いてしまったんだ。
I know that feel.
よくないよね。バイトとはいえ仕事なんだから。仕事が楽な割に時給が高いからね。正直僕みたいに稼がないと困るって子の方が珍しい。はい。
Oops, I didn't mean to cut you off, Miharu!
それにしても凛花が言うと説得力があるね。美晴が言っても同じだよ。
Alright, guys, enough small chat, small talk, whatever. Let's get down to business. Let's talk about this. The majority of Maharu's wage goes straight into living expenses thanks to her situation at home. She doesn't pay for tuition either thanks to her scholarship. I don't know the full story, but her parents got divorced, so it's just her and her mom at home, I think. What's worse, her mom isn't in the best condition, so she struggles to keep a consistent income. I might not be working for the money itself, but I can't really compare myself with Miharu when I've got Gran supporting me. Speaking of which, she mentioned once that most of the money she makes comes from real estate. She always brushes me off when I try to dig deeper into it. Oh no, oh no. Guys, I don't know that I want to continue. This is going to be awkward. Rinka! Not what to say! That's not what to say! I take my apron off and move to sit down with her. Shoot. Oh, I didn't mean to skip through that. She stops me before I can take my seat and then continues. Okay, so I guess we are going to talk about this. You say that, Miharu, but you're kind of ignoring the whole thing that, you know, one of us is gonna have to die. We can't both survive. She says this with a radiant smile. When I see her smile, I can't stop my gut feelings from taking over. I lose my self-control the moment she confirms that divine selection is real. Everything I've been holding back since waking up from the dream comes pouring out. Oh! Oh, snap. Oh dear. See, here's the thing. I want to trust Miharu, and I want to trust that she really does have this crush on Rinka, and that she really would, like, give up so Rinka could win and survive. But I also don't know. I could see this also being a way of Miharu, like, you know, tricking us into her being the one to survive. I don't know. I don't know what to think. And certainly it's too early in the game to start revealing this stuff. This music is awesome, but I don't know that it necessarily fits the scene we're playing. Okay. Now it kind of fits the scene. Rinka. You don't get it. I break eye contact with her, giving myself a moment to regroup. Miharu replies by shaking her head while deciding on her next words. Good question. As much as I don't want to think about it, she has a cause of death of her own as well. That moment's undoubtedly etched into her mind. My own death shocked me so much that my brain tried to block it out, and yet here she's here acting like it's no big deal. I don't understand how she does it. Okay, that explains it.
他の参加者を出し抜いたりすることはできない。僕の情報はリンカには教えないでおこう。
True.
狙われるリスクが増えるのは嫌だからね。
Yeah, that makes sense.
学校では普通でいよう。君は生き残るのだから日常に支障が出てはいけない。
Yeah.
リンカも最大限の努力をしてくれ。君が死んだらその時点で僕の脱落は決まったようなものだ。
Okay. She finishes her spiel while facing away from me.
必ず君を守る。
Like I said, I don't know whether we can trust her or not. I'd like to think that we can, but she could also be just a really good actress. I have no idea. I can't open my mouth, not even after she's left my line of sight. I've forgotten to ask her about her own personal cards, as well as the reason behind me not obtaining any cards related to her. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yay. I make no progress for several days as I wait for the second round of divine selection to come around. I start to teach Naomi how to brew coffee bit by bit while I continue to engage in the usual banter with Miharu and Mao. None of this helps to ease the tension in my heart, though. I can feel myself being pressured more and more by the reality that I've become a participant in divine selection again. I can't read today. Okay, so it's nighttime. Oh dear. Okay. There are people in this world who don't deserve to live, and I've never had any issue counting myself among them. Who are you? I spent my life stealing and killing as part of the mafia in southern Italy. I got to where I am today through countless betrayals. I was never in the big leagues, but I managed to find success after success as a mafioso. Until, I messed up when I shouldn't have and, well, died. I'm surprised we're switching to a different character. Success wasn't imperative in the world I lived in. The key was to avoid failing, because a single failure meant you'd be 6 feet under. And that's exactly what happened to me. It's funny, though. Turns out Lady Luck's impartial when it comes to whom she gives her blessing. Getting tossed into divine selection means I have the opportunity to live on, despite my mistake. I've been given a new lease on life. I might not deserve to live, but that's irrelevant in the face of my desire to do so. So as long as that desire's there, nothing else matters. That's the Federico Cardamonati way of life. Yeah, we have a card on you. I failed only once in my life, and I'm determined to keep it that way. I guess Lady Luck isn't the only one to pay me a visit, though. Her much less unfortunate sister has made sure to stop by, too. Who are you? This charming individual is Odette Malincon. Much like me, she's a participant in divine selection. Under normal circumstances, we should be aiming to eliminate each other, but we've agreed to help one another out, for the time being. Well, I guess it'd be more accurate to say that she's forced me into a truce. I like her design. Yeah, her design is kind of creepy, though. We use Capricorno as my code name when we're speaking. It's based off my zodiac sign. Okay. In turn, Vierge is how I refer to her. My only issue is that pronouncing French words is kind of tricky for an Italian like myself. Anyways, I'm the one that suggested using code names. I did that mainly because our names are valuable information when it comes to eliminating others in divine selection. Neither of us are supposed to know each other's real name. Knowing her, she's probably used some connections to pull my name out of the lake, but she won't tell me that straight up. Obviously, I know her real name as well, but I haven't told her that. Keeping that stuff to ourselves is the reason our current relationship works in the first place. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're not going to find better Chinese food than in China. Okay. I don't have anything to say about that. Okay, Odette, fine. That's slightly disturbing. She shovels more and more food into her mouth the second she quits yapping. This is her third plate of Peking duck, by the way. She's had plenty of gyoza and steamed buns in between, too. Hard to believe somebody from France would order food like this, considering how particular they are about their full-course meals. Just watching her pig out makes my stomach ache. Okay. Are we really having an argument about food? Okay, we're doing this.
よしいいだろう。じゃあ今から腕っぷしのいい中国人を呼んできて、フランス人、イタリア人、中国人の中で勝った国の料理が世界一だ。
Really?
待て待て、わかった。いや、わかってはいないが、この話題はやめてくれ。
Yes, let's get down to business, please. She really would hunt for someone, too. Only problem is that it doesn't matter what kind of tank she recruits, she'd still beat both of us senseless. Ain't many people who can take her in a fist fight, men included. She's the head of a group teeming with tough seamen for a reason.
さて、フェデリコ、酒はいるか？この紹興酒ってのは溶かした飴みたいでなかなかうまいぞ。
Yeah, she's trying to get you drunk, dude, so she can get information out of you.
おでっとあんた。
Just like that, she's baited me into saying her real name.
さっきお前が何を考えてたのか知らないが、無意味な牽制はもうやめねえか。
Good plan.
どういう意味？
I already know the answer, but I ask anyways. She chugs more Xiaojingzhu before showing me a big, toothy smile.
さあな。だがこの女神の選定とやらでよ。使命って情報は一番すぐに分かる情報じゃねえか。お前はコードネームで呼び合うことを提案したが意味ねえんだ。調べれば分かることだからな。死因もそうだ。自分の死んだ時間におおよその見当がついているから時間をかけて調べればおのずと知ることができる。
No, not...
私とお前なんか。
Sorry, Odette. I didn't realize you were still talking. No, actually, that's going to be a little tricky. The cause of death, too, will be a little bit tricky given the fact that the cause of death has now been, like, erased out of history. So, according to history, none of you are dead.
言いたいことは分かるな。
バカにするな。この選定は未練を探り合う情報戦ってことが言いたいんだろ。それくらいは分かってる。
That's going to be the tricky one.
分かった上でコードネームを使うってんだから、お前は小物なんだよ。使命なんて捨てろ捨てろ。
だが全員分の未練はカードでランダムに配布されてるじゃねえか。誰かが俺たちの未練のカードを持っているはずだぜ。
初期カードはランダムなんだから都合よく私らの情報を3枚揃えられるわけじゃない。
You never know.
1回目の選定で
True.
誰も私らを指名しなかったんだ
That's
か
true.
ら。あのインド人も私らのカードを入手したわけじゃなさそうだしな。もし
Very-
そうならやれるやつからやってった方が得だ。
That's a good point.
もし最初に配られた3枚で誰かの手元にあんたのカードが揃ってたらどうするつもりだったんだ。
運命を呪うだけだよ。賭けに負けたって死ぬだけだ。
I really can't stand this woman sometimes. She makes you think she's got it all planned out, but she leaves the most crucial bits up to luck. Her cautious and rational actions end up getting thrown out the window when she goes wild for no discernible reason. I honestly don't know what goes on in her head. This is the first time I've come across a woman who doesn't just do whatever a man tells them to. You obviously haven't met me. The worst part of it all, though...
まあ、最後の2人になるまでは協力関係だ。従わないってんなら、また殴ってやるからかかってきな。
That's what she does to resolve everything. She resorts to violence. I can't call her a nasty name out loud, so I just keep the insults to myself.
でだ。選定の最後の日には日本にいなくちゃいけないんだろ。なのにどうして俺たちは中国にいるんだ。
決まってるだろ。私は北京ダックが好きだが、 本場では食ったことがなかったんだ。
おいおい、マジかよ。
ついでに宿題の答え合わせをしに来たんだ。
Yes, one of our competitors in Divine Selection is Chinese.
は？
私たちの船が襲われる直前、中国食品企業の重役さんが会議中に倒れたってニュースが入ってたんだ。
As you might have guessed, Odette's the representative for a certain shipping company. Of course, we're talking about this woman, so ain't no way it's a plain old shipping company. Doesn't matter if it involves drugs or even dead bodies, they'll take any job they're paid to do. In that regard, you could call them smugglers. Their existence is kept in the dark, though, likely because certain governments aren't shy about making use of them. Well, it's not quite accurate to say they'll take up any job, considering Odette makes it a point to turn down anything she considers boring. Certain circumstances led to my hitching a ride on her boat, which is how we ended up cooperating in the first place.
船底で生還した後、気になったんで詳細を調べたんだ。
おい、それって。
Come on. I can't even take the bite of food in front of my mouth when she says that. She, on the other hand, grabs the bottle of Shaojingzhu? Sorry if I'm probably mispronouncing that, guys, sorry. And downs what's left in it. Also, I'm sorry this is going to be a little bit longer of an episode. I know I'm trying to aim for about 30 minutes, but I kind of want to finish this conversation. I didn't expect it to be this long.
こういう世界の情勢ってのを気にしてないといけないから、私は一度聞いたら忘れねえ。ローチャンホ。そいつの名前だ。調べ直してみたらまあ、ピンピンしてるみたいだぜ。
Fascinating information. The moment she mentions his name, the book beside her emits a strange light. It's a big, thick, auburn-colored book with some gold leaf decorations on it. But there ain't no pages in it, just a big hole in the middle where you open it. I've got the exact same book, see? It's some kind of card storing book used for divine selection. The dull light focuses into a single point when she opens her book. It gradually fades, and in its place is a rectangular piece of paper. Odette catches it while it's hovering in midair.
ローチャンホのカード。つまり、7番の使命のカードで。
Oops, I didn't mean to skip.
こんな簡単に。
That girl who was going on about being a goddess mentioned that the cause of all of our deaths had been undone. The fact that Odette was able to notice such a paradox proves that the girl wasn't lying.
こうなりゃ当てずっぽうだ。ローは太っていたな。ってことは、糖尿病を患ってたかもしれない。
There's a lot of reasons why he could have died.
いや、企業の重役に上り詰めた奴が命に関わるミスを犯すとは思えない。
カードは出ない。
She calls it a guessing game, but she clearly isn't taking stabs in the dark. Does the fact that a card didn't appear mean she's not on the right track?
いや、カードが生成されるには条件があんのかもしれねえな。ローの名前に気づいていたのに、今までカードが出なかったのはなぜだ？
Good point.
わかるかよ、そんなもん。他にいないか迷ってみたらどうだ？
お前も考えろってんだ。いや、待て。迷う。さっきの私は迷っていた。
Okay.
私の隠し
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm apologizing to the characters. My attempt to tease her falls on deaf ears. The grin that spreads across her face soon after bursts with confidence.
どちらかといえば確率が高いのは脳梗塞、糖尿病の合併症で会議中突発的に起きてもおかしくはない。これでどうだ？
She directs her question towards the book as if it nod back. Amazingly enough, it does respond. It reacts the same way as when she obtained Rose's name card.
7番の死因、脳梗塞。今回はどうにかなったが、単純な当てずっぽうじゃダメみたいだ。一個分かったルールは、確信を持たないとカード化されないってとこだが、かなり曖昧だな。
Interesting, okay. Gotta believe in it, huh? Oh, sorry, I forgot that you talk! I should mention that Odette went through the entire process while she continued to chow down on her food. I had planned on going easy on the booze so I could stay rational, but I ended up downing my drink as well. Figure that being stuck with her is a bad thing, but on the other hand, it might be perfect for me. This woman is gonna be useful. It's not often that you find someone who's got the brains to match the brawn, so I should be able to get rid of anyone in my way with her around. Why would she cooperate with me, though? Maybe she figures I have all the info I need on her, so she's doing this to make sure I don't hand anything off to the other participants. We were on the same boat when it sank, so naturally you'd think we both died the same way. And since I've got her name and cause of death, she wants to keep me in check. Excuse me. What she doesn't know is that I don't actually know her cause of death. She shouldn't know mine either. We might have died when the ship was attacked, but the actual causes weren't by drowning or from fire. In reality, the only info we have on each other is our names. Odette's just making it seem like she knows more so she can have leverage on me. Basically, this whole cooperation thing is a front so that she can get her hands on my info for when we're the last two remaining.
いい食いっぷりになったじゃねえか。この店にある一番いいワインを持ってきてくれ。
いいぜ、付き合ってやる。
The most important challenge of my life is about to begin. I ain't about to fail, and I certainly ain't gonna let her drink me under the table. Okay then, we end up drinking till all the wine in the restaurant is gone. Really? Amazingly enough, she pops open another bottle back at the hotel as a substitute for water. I'm not about to join her, so I go back to my room and sleep. The next morning, I notice that I have Rose's card in my book too. Okay. Let me see what happens next. I think that this is a good place to end it, this episode. Yeah, I think this is a good place to end this episode. Sorry, guys. I know that one was a little bit longer than usual. This is good. This is really interesting. I just wasn't expecting to completely shift characters like that. This is really interesting, though. I don't know what I think of Odette and this guy, though, Federico. I mean, I think... Yeah, I'm still trying to kind of figure them out. It's definitely really interesting. But we'll see. This is really fascinating. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am. It's kind of cringeworthy at parts. I don't know what I think about it in certain parts, but I like the idea. I like the idea a lot. There's a lot of things that I like. And I'm really hopeful that it will continue to go there. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit like they do put in a lot of details that are kind of unnecessary. Like, I don't necessarily know in this last sequence that we needed to know all about all of the food that Odette was eating and that she continued to like eating food. I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of important, but is it important to the story? Is it important to the character? I don't know. But I'm enjoying it. I guess I'll save for my overall opinions of this game until the end. I have no idea how long this is going to be or how much we have left in the game. But I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. I thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Make sure you hit the button to subscribe and hit the little bell if you like this, so that way you can be notified for when the next episode goes live, which should be in just a couple days. And we will see what happens next time in part... I have to do math in my head. I guess it'll be part 6 of Fatal 12. Thank you guys so much. Have a lovely day. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!